so powerful, so skillful, relentless pressure.
Where's he from?
He's from Arizona.
US.
Yeah, we're training together. Anthony makes special work, I too special, but we work together.
Jake Paul shocked by leaked footage of Anthony Joshua landing punches on Usyk's face. The moment the footage hits, Paul's shock is palpable. AJ's intensity, focus, and raw power leave no room for hype. Standing chest to chest with Usyk, Joshua's dominance is undeniable. Fans see the nightmare matchup Paul would face, exposing his limits against a true heavyweight powerhouse.
Looks intense, focused, locked in. He's obviously very, very tall. Looking up, my tallest opponent. My eyes are at his, chest level.
Alexander Usyk praises Anthony Joshua's sharp mind and ring intelligence. AJ isn't just about power every move, every adjustment is calculated. Fans can see why he dominates in training and sparring. His decisions are precise, making even a world-class fighter like Usyk step back and admire his skill. Jake Paul would be completely outclassed against this calculated heavyweight.
My position this, Anthony this, Anthony not like this move like me.
Lawrence Oakley breaks it down. AJ's sparring isn't just about practice, it's a masterclass in domination. He teaches, tests, and exposes weaknesses all at once. Fans see that even in training, Anthony Joshua's power and precision are terrifying. Jake Paul watching this would realize he's nowhere near prepared for a true heavyweight demolition.
Sparring's really for learning, but you can also learn to take someone out, so it's
Eddie Hearn highlights AJ's relentless work ethic, day in, day out in the gym, every session refining his craft. Fans can see why he's untouchable. Elite sparring isn't just practice, it's preparation for annihilation. Jake Paul's flashy videos and hype fade when compared to the discipline and raw skill AJ develops with every punch.
In camp, living in camp, training with him day in, day out. And it made a big difference in the fight. So I think he knows that the way that he's going to improve is time in the gym and also the quality.
Duke McKenzie says AJ joining Usyk's camp only makes him scarier. Jake Paul can keep posting memes online, while AJ perfects every punch and movement. The gap is obvious. Paul will just be a minor distraction in front of a real heavyweight. Humiliation is inevitable.
Joshua training with the Usyk camp now?
Yeah, he's training with the Usyk camp.
If he's training with the Usyk camp and there's a marked improvement on his performance, he could quite easily clean up again.
Listen,
Johnny Nelson explains AJ needs perfection every round, or fans criticize him. Jake Paul's so-called big shots look laughable against AJ's real training. Every move Paul makes highlights his underpreparedness. It's a clear contrast between a champion building legacy and an influencer chasing clout.
Got slaughtered because you expect him to get slaughtered. It's about AJ. And AJ's in a position where all he's going to do is get criticised. It needs to be a 100% spot-on performance. Anything less, and he's going to get absolutely vilified.
Virgil Hunter says AJ is always strategic, making calculated career moves. Jake Paul, on the other hand, just jumps from hype to hype. Fans clearly see who's building a real boxing legacy and who's playing games. Paul's antics are comedy compared to AJ's professional evolution.
Only he knows why he's doing it. More kudos to him. It's his career, and he's got that right to change teams. Coaches change teams all the time. Fighters come and go and everything. If he feels like that's the best move for his career, then more kudos to him. I support that.
Adam Smith points out AJ is constantly learning, absorbing every lesson. Jake Paul's flashy TikTok fights look like child's play compared to AJ's disciplined preparation. Every fan can see the difference. AJ evolves as a true champion, while Paul's hype-filled antics are destined for failure.
Maybe AJ felt he needed a bit more personal one-on-one tuition. And look, he's a sponge, Anthony. He's always said that he's always learning. And to go to the team where he tried twice to get the better of Alexander and couldn't.
Carl Froch lays it out with zero sugarcoating. Jake Paul is delusional if he thinks he can stand in the same ring as Anthony Joshua. Froch's breakdown exposes the massive gap between celebrity boxing and real heavyweight danger. Jake struggled against Tommy Fury, Yet here he is pretending he belongs with a former world champion who hits like a truck. Frock practically laughs at the idea because he knows one proper shot from AJ wouldn't just humble Jake, it would erase his entire influencer boxing ego in seconds.
Last fight, it's great. Because Anthony is Olympic champion, Francis Ngannou, it's second fight for boxing. Listen.
Anthony Joshua's tone alone should terrify Jake Paul. There's no bravado, no clowning, just cold intention. AJ isn't chasing a highlight reel knockout. He's preparing to systematically break Jake down. When a heavyweight champion calmly says, "I want to hurt him," that's not hype, that's a promise. Jake has never been hit by real heavyweight force, and AJ is talking like a man ready to teach a painful lesson. Jake can joke online all he wants, but once those 10-ounce gloves start flying, the YouTube confidence will vanish instantly.
If I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna break his face, I'm gonna break his body up, I'm gonna stomp all over him. That's my mentality, right? That's a fighter's mentality, and I know what's in my heart, I know what's in my mind, and I'm here to compete.
Eddie Hearn exposes the harsh reality Jake refuses to see. AJ isn't showing up for entertainment, he's showing up for destruction. If Joshua is training with world title intensity for a YouTuber, that should already tell Jake the beating is coming. Hearn's confidence is chilling. They're expecting a short night, one clean shot, and Jake Paul flat on the canvas. Jake talks like he's built for the big stage, but Hearn reveals the truth. This isn't a crossover bout, it's an execution plan with world-level precision.
Miami, Florida. Wow. What a day, what an afternoon. Who would have thought a week ago that we'd be here today for this very special press conference. My name is Ariel Helwani. Hello to everyone who is in attendance here at the Kaseya Center. Hello to everyone.
Derek Chizora's confidence is almost comedic. He talks like Jake isn't even a real opponent. When someone as battle-tested as Chizora casually says AJ will smoke Jake without hesitation, that's pure honesty from a man who's seen elite power up close. Chizora treats Jake like a brave kid who wandered into the wrong gym, and hearing him laugh through the prediction makes it even worse. If a heavyweight warhorse is this relaxed, Jake Paul should be packing a helmet, mouthguard, and maybe an ambulance reservation.
Anthony Joshua could knock Jake Paul out with his dick. So if it goes any other way...
David Adelai reinforces just how dangerous Anthony Joshua really is. Everyone talks technique and boxing IQ, but it's AJ's raw power that makes him lethal. Jake Paul has faced hype, MMA fighters, and washed-up opponents, but nothing prepares him for this. Adelai's warning is simple: underestimate AJ, and you pay the price. Jake's ego and social media bravado are cute, but they won't absorb the kind of impact AJ brings with every punch. Fans might be entertained by Jake's antics, but Adelai is reminding everyone that Joshua's fists are a real threat, capable of ending a career in seconds.
Now, I don't know, I'm not saying this is the case, but it all seemed a little bit fishy in the last fight that Chavez...
Carl Frampton exposes the stark reality of Jake Paul's resume. When you line up his so-called opponents, it's clear that Jake's victories are more marketing than merit. Chavez? Not even active. MMA fighter? A completely different sport. Tommy Fury? The only real challenge, and Jake fell short. This paints a brutally honest picture of Jake stepping into a ring with Anthony Joshua. He's completely out of his depth. Frampton's assessment is a wake-up call. Jake's online confidence won't translate against a true world-class heavyweight. In short, he's punching way above his league, and this fight is as one-sided as it gets.
He hits harder than people expect. I think a lot of people, obviously, they pick up on his boxing and how good of a boxer he is, but he hits harder than people expect.
Frank Warren's assessment is the final nail in the coffin for any illusions Jake Paul fans might have. Anthony Joshua isn't just a pro, he's an Olympic gold medalist and multiple world champion, built for the heavyweight division. In contrast, Jake is an untested fighter with minimal pro experience and a questionable amateur background. Warren's words underline the massive mismatch. AJ has faced the world's best, while Jake's record is padded and carefully curated. This fight isn't just a challenge, it's an absolute demolition waiting to happen. Social media hype won't save Jake. Every statistic, accolade, and historical performance points to Joshua dominating every aspect of the bout. Jake's online bravado is about to collide violently with reality.
Look at it. Young heavyweight. He's the guy who everybody said is heir to the throne. He's in with a guy who's had twice as many fights as he's had, never been stopped. The only 2 losses on his record was against a very, very good Dillian White, and also...
As we've seen from every expert, analyst, and former fighter weighing in, the message is crystal clear. Jake Paul is stepping into a hurricane of skill, power, and experience. From John Fury's savage honesty to David Adelai highlighting AJ's unexpected knockout power, and Carl Frampton exposing Jake's underwhelming resume, the narrative is unanimous. Anthony Joshua is the real deal. Every detail, every anecdote, every expert opinion reinforces the same reality. Jake's social media clout, hype videos, and bravado won't protect him when the real heavyweight storm hits. Frank Warren's remarks seal it. This is a massive mismatch, and all signs point to AJ dominating from the opening bell. Jake Paul might think he's ready, but the ring tells no lies. Fans, it's time to speak your mind. Do you think Jake Paul can survive Joshua's power, or is this fight destined to be another highlight reel for AJ? Comment below with your predictions. Smash that like button if you're backing AJ, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest fight analysis and insider updates.